man returning to his home crowd. Hasn't fought here in over 10 years. He is Croatia's fighting son. Mirko CroCop Filipovic. This is his final swan song as he bows out in retirement and takes on the legendary K1 fighter, Ray Sefo. I'm Sensei Will Vanders. Oos! Thank you for your efforts in watching tonight. Gokora sama deshita. What a night we've got for you in front of a capacity crowd. What a card. CroCop takes on Ray Sefo. Referee not happy with the ring. Called a halt to the proceedings. Between these two, they fought everyone in the world of stand-up. Sefo been in every K1 final. Like Jerome Lebonnaire, the best champion K1 never had. Well, he's a crowd pleaser, Sefo, always has been. When I first commentated Mirko CroCop here on Eurosport, I described him as an assassin. Back in those days, he used to wear very tight, small, yellow, short MMA trunks. That was way back in the day. And I do believe that was the K1 World Grand Prix 2000 in Fukuoka when he won against Glaube Feitosa. There's a name from the past. But look at this. Remy Bonyaski, he beat him in the Grand Prix 2002 in Fukuoka. We're going back 10 years. And here they are, legends in their own lunchtime. He's southpaw, Filipovic. What a distinguished MMA career he had. Had medical problems, but a champion shows who he is by what he does when he's tested. When a person gets up and says, I can still do it, he's a champion. And those are not my words, but the words of Evander Holyfield. And I defy you to dispute them. So, these two men, gladiators, warriors, when they go, they'll be irreplaceable. CroCop, what a distinguished MMA record he had, and that was back in the days of Pride when MMA was unheard of in the way we know of it today. Talking of MMA, Bob Sapp takes on Rok Strukel at the WFC in Slovenia, Ljubljana. That's on the 22nd of April. You can get details online, wfc.tv.com, and you can listen to it live. Back to the action here in the final fight. Well, tentative opener from these two giants of stand-up. And I mean, this fight is absolutely Jurassic. They don't get bigger. And Ray Sefo just can't leave it alone. He's been back in recent years and had great success. Beat Choi Hong, beat Yosuke Nishijima, beat Ayanut Iftamoe, but then lost against Tyrone Spong in Seoul. Here he is tonight, CroCop final fight.
Seconds out.
Don't go away, there's more to come after the break as Mirko Filipovic takes on Sugar Ray. Welcome back. I'm Sensei Will Vanders. This is Zagreb, Croatia, and you are watching Mirko Filipovic, known as the CroCop, in his final swan song in front of a home crowd here as he takes on K1 legend Ray Sefo. An explosive combination from CroCop. Left, right, left. Rocks Sefo back. There's the showboating. Oh, and this takes me right back to 2002. Sefo, the crowd pleaser. The only fight I ever saw Sefo really taken apart in was against Sem Schilt. And a lot of that result was partly to do with the way that Sefo launched himself forward. Good right hand from Filipovic. Well, we're going to see more of this, and in a sense, it's sad. But we've got to make way for new blood. A lot of great talent up and coming. But this is the last of the legends. Look at Filipovic in great form. Holds the leg, takes the sweep to take Ray Sefo down. Huge amount of energy, huge amount of strength, huge amount of skill. Well, you look at these two and you're reminded that there's no other sport where the connection between performer and observer is so intimate, so frequently painful. And, well, although it's resolved on the night, it's never resolved. These guys, they'll never go away. So CroCop bullying Sefo in the corner, dropping the shots on. Sefo taking some big hands here. Needs to have a care. So the second round proving much livelier than the opener.
Stop. Not the clinching, okay? Not the clinching, okay?
And falling foul of the clinch rule, these two, you can tell they go back to a different time.
Not the clinching, not the clinching.
When K1 fighters really got to work. There's a high kick. I say a high kick, it was above the belt. And that's high for Ray Sefo. So both these guys now really starting to blow. Filipovic really trying to impose himself on Sefo. And it's Sefo that puts him in the guillotine. How's that for irony? A little bit of blood from the nose of Sefo. There's the bell. And the crowd uproarious in their appreciation of these two legends. Well, a chance to visit the highlights. And as I say, lots of exciting stuff in Europe. This event, really a testimony to the kind of events that can be produced in Europe. 22nd of April in Ljubljana. Another K1 legend, Bob Sapp, is going to take on a good buddy of mine, Rok Strukel. And a big shout out to the boys there in Slovenia. Mr. Prez, Mr. Zlatko Mahic. You can get all the information online, wfc.tv.com. Bob Sapp, Rok Strukel. That's going to be a night to remember, as is this, the third and final round in the final fight. Mirko CroCop takes on Sugar Ray Sefo. And the list of people these two fighters have had combats with is just endless. And just from Ray Sefo, Musashi, Gary Goodrich, Ruslan Karayev, Kauklai Kayanosing, Semi Schilt, Francois Bota, Melvin Manhoef, Bjorn Brege, Peter Ertz, Badahari, Zabit Shamadov, Choi Hong, Gokhan Saki, Tyrone Spong, Carter Williams, Pele Reid from the UK, Tatsufumi Tomihira, Gilbert Yvel, Mark Hunt, oh, the glorious Mark Hunt, Ernesto Hoost, Michael McDonald, Cyril Abidi, Sam Greco, Samir Benazuz, Andy hug. Rest his soul. Back to the action. The history lesson is over. You are watching history in the making. Halfway through this third round, Mirko CroCop piles on the pressure. Sefo whooping with joy in the center of the ring. This is what these two men do. This is their office. A history that is the history of modern stand-up fighting K1. Hang on just a little too long there, CroCop. But this man that the whole of Zagreb have come out to recognize, a legend in stand-up, a legend in Pride, a legend in UFC. And his legacy remains as a true legend in mixed martial arts. I have to say this, Mirko Filipovic is one of the greatest heavyweights in the history of MMA. And Filipovic, the first fighter to beat the then undefeated giant, the beast, Bob Sapp. He did it in 86 seconds. We know Bob Sapp's in Europe. He's at the WFC in Ljubljana on the 22nd of April. He takes on Strukel. This is the man that stopped him first. He was rampant, Bob Sapp, beating Mr. Perfect Ernesto Hoost. There's the bell. It's all over. The final goodbye. There was never going to be a stoppage here tonight against legendary Sefo. But they came to go to work and to do business, and that's just what they did. There is no doubt in anyone's mind that both these fighters came to give 100%. It'll always be tight, and it was always going to be close. But I think in front of this crowd tonight, and judging by that heroic performance, CroCop could steal this. Well, you're going to have to make room on the mantelpiece for that trophy. Gracious to the end, these brave warriors, as Sugarfoot gives him a hug.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 exciting rounds, the scorecards are in, and the winner by unanimous decision, the fighting pride of Croatia, Mirko.
Well, that says it all. Sefo carries his opponent, gracious in defeat. And look at the love shared by these two giants of the sport. Jurassic, legendary K1 action here on Fight Club on Eurosport.